All right, everyone. Welcome to episode number 60 of Everyday Thoughts. I'm back, and let's get straight into it. So, the first thing I learned today, which I thought was extremely interesting, is your shoulders react to your emotions and just overall, or not overall, but especially when it comes to being fearful of disappointing others. So, if you have not stressed, but if you have, or if you are very stressed, that might also be the case. But these are all reasons that your shoulders can be stiff, which I think is extremely interesting since a lot of people might think that they have stiff shoulders because of bad posture when sitting or whatever, or not stretching them. But it might just be that you can have very stiff shoulders because you're living under chronic stress, or that you have a phase where you don't want to disappoint others, which I think is another reason why gratitude journaling and meditation, if active or just sitting at home and look or focusing on your breath and returning to your breath, doesn't matter. But those two things, I think, especially are extremely important when it comes to that as well. That's just besides those many benefits I've talked about from those things. But that means that besides stretching, you need to calm the fuck down. It's you versus you. Think about yourself and don't think about others. And you might actually start feeling less tense up in your shoulders, which is, again, I think absolutely insane that muscles can even store emotions or stress. Crazy, the human body, I'm not gonna lie. Yes, next thing. The constraint of options makes option making easier. Kind of self-explanatory. For example, if you can choose between two things, well, you can just choose between two things, and you're going to probably choose the better thing of those two things. But if you have a massive range of things you can choose from, well, you're gonna get stuck because you have so many things that you can choose from, and you're just gonna trying to look for the absolute best, but you're always gonna find something there better, something there better, something there better. And it's almost like you're gonna be stuck in a loop trying to find what is the absolute best, and that's also paralysis by analysis. And this is applicable to a lot of things. So that's why I think it's extremely important to narrow down your decisions, filter out what you're looking for and what you want, and then from those, once you have a narrower option pool that you can choose from, then look into the best things that you can possibly do. And then it also really depends on what kind of thing you're looking at. Then, this is what I found really interesting as well, as a quote basically that says, prestige is like a powerful magnet that warps even your beliefs about what you enjoy. So basically, this you can apply to a lot of successful people that start doing things not because they necessarily like them, but because they think they like them, because it's sort of the good thing to do, and it, for example, makes a lot of or shit ton of money. They start telling themselves that what they're doing is what they like, even if they maybe even absolutely despise what they're doing deep inside. And what this means is just how much worth we give to external opinions and how little we actually care about our own. and how much we're feeding off and living off external validation, which I think, again, is a great showcase or a great point when it comes to gratitude journaling. That was a crazy voice crack. And when it comes to meditation, because you just get to live more in harmony with yourself, and combining that with exercise or whatever, or you just spend more time with yourself, you will get more of a feeling where your own doing, when you know that you're doing enough or the absolute best that you can do, is just going to be more and more fulfilling, and you will have a smaller need for those external validations. And then the last thing I have, which I found extremely interesting once again, is how microplastic is, or very, or not very, but is responsible for a lot of breast cancer, and of course also gynecomastia, so basically man titties. Since they are estrogenics, they cause a lot of those things. But what I also found out is that you can avoid those things very easily by simply just having a lot of glass containers, for example, or stainless steel ones. Or if you really can't get around those plastic cups, for example, or when you're packaging your food, like meal prepping, and then you bag them into plastic bags, at least wait until those things, or especially when it comes to food, until those things are cold, because there have been studies on just people, or in general, just having food packaged into microplastics while they were still hot, and the amount of microplastics that has been let out was fucking insane. It was like on a 3 centimeter radius, I think it was like 200,000 particles. I'm not sure about the scale that it was on, but it was very, very much. And that is basically it for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you tomorrow. See ya.